Recently in Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, the Medical and Dental Council announced that it had arrested over 30 quack doctors alongside many others who were illegally operating as medical practitioners. Speaking through the Registrar and Chief Executive of the MDCN, Dr. Abdulmuni Ibrahim, the Council has said during their 50-plus one-year anniversary that in the area of discipline of practitioners, the Council has looked into over 1,550 complaints with sanctions on over 100 practitioners who are not observing some of the best practices, out of which 14 have been charged to court. While talking about some preventive measures to curb the criminal trend, Dr. Ibrahim continued on behalf of the medical school saying, "The council has successfully introduced indexing of medical students in medical schools to ensure that training institutions keep to their allotted admission quotas, thereby ensuring that standard is maintained." And in Madrid, Spain, a few thousand protesters marched through designated areas behind a banner calling for the independence of Sahrawi. Sahrawi, which was a former Spanish colony in northwestern Africa, often disputed, is known to be larger than Britain, but with a population of only 260,000 inhabitants, while boasting of rich phosphate reserves, rich fishing grounds, and potential oil. The demonstration, which was peaceful, saw street artists perform and included live music with the performers dressed in costumes which depicted the traditional Sahrawi flag. The participants kept walking up to the country's flag which was displayed and touched it often to show solidarity with the belief that the inhabitants were ready to be sovereign as an independent colony. The president of the Coordination of Spanish Associations of Solidarity with Western Sahara, José Taboada, is quoted as saying on the matter, "We believe the Sahrawi people have the right to self-determination." In a similar vein, the Prime Minister Abdelkader Talib Omar has praised the role played by the Interfaith Dialogue for Peace, annually hosted by the Sahrawi refugee camps, in defending the national cause at the level of international forums. The minister expressed on behalf of the Sahrawi government deep thanks and appreciation for the participants for bearing the burden of travel to be in the Sahrawi refugee camps, and also appreciated the work done by hardworking individuals and America's delegation of priests and researchers to serve the noble goals in the respect for human and people's rights. In a sympathetic gesture, Gambia has reopened its land borders to West African nationals from countries hit by the deadly Ebola crisis, saying that border closure has not been recommended by the World Health Organization as part of the measures to curtail the spread of the disease. The head of disease control in the Gambia, Sana Sambu, confirmed the reopening of the country's border to countries affected by the Ebola scourge, while noting that border closure was not the best solution to contain the virus, hence the need to reopen borders to allow in and out movement of people in the Gambia, regardless of their country's Ebola status. Ibrima Koroma, who is a health practitioner, said that Gambia has lifted the restriction on entry into the country for Guinea, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Liberia. Rather than follow the trend of unfair behavior and practices, the West African nation has chosen instead to step up measures against the deadly virus, screening all persons and visitors coming through the border, and also keeping their personal records and other information on where they will be staying in the Gambia. According to him, "We were told by the Gambian authorities that we can open the border to allow people pass, including those from countries affected by Ebola, without restriction, but with conditions." He was also quick to add, "Whoever comes from any Ebola-affected countries such as Guinea, Sierra Leone and Liberia undergoes screening, but for such people, we visit the places they leave on a weekly basis to ensure that the Gambia is safe from the Ebola virus. We're at the border both day and night because we haven't received any directive to leave the border yet."